We're going to continue our study in James today on trials. And in James 1, 2 through 4, as you saw last week, he said you need to count it all joy when you encounter various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith is going to produce endurance. That anytime you face a difficult situation, particularly those that are in response to your faith in Christ, God is going to use that circumstance to stretch you, to teach you, to grow you, and to equip you to serve him more deeply so that you would be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. But here's the deal. When we face difficult trials, more often than not, we will not have the wisdom to get out of that trial. We will not know what to do. So he says this. When you're in a trial, verse 5 of chapter 1, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for the one who doubts is like the wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. That person must not suppose he will receive anything from the Lord, because he is double-minded and unstable in all of his ways. He says, you're going to find yourself in a trial. When you find yourself in a various trial and you don't know how to get out, he says, ask God for wisdom. That verse in 1:5, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, is in the context of a trial. I was talking to a friend this morning, and he said, man, I'm having a difficult time, and I don't know what to do. What should I do? I said, you need to ask God. Ask God for wisdom, and he will deliver. But he says, when you ask God for wisdom, ask him in faith without doubting. In other words, God, I know that you have brought this trial my way, and I know that you can get me out. Will you give me the wisdom, because you're the only one that can give the wisdom. There's nobody else that can help me but you, Lord. When you find yourself there, you are at a point of growth, because God, in his grace and mercy, is about to raise you up from a difficult situation as only he can do. But he says, when you ask in faith without doubting. One that doubts is like the surf of the sea, being driven and tossed by the wind. Let not that man expect he will receive anything from the Lord, being double-minded. Here's the exhortation. Don't be double-minded. Trust God. He is not only capable of getting you out of your trial, he is the only one who can. So trust him to do that. Ask him for wisdom, and he will deliver you in his time.